This is a super casual interview.
Mm-hmm.
You are allowed to laugh and you are allowed to, whatever.
Cool.
This needs to be zoomed out too. Alright. Can you sit straight?
Yeah.
So I can see like
Hold on. But yeah. So where am I gonna clip it? Just do it here.
to the collar.
Right. But it's
And I
gonna
need
be
to-
like bent. That's
And I need to tilt this up.
right. It's good enough. Yes.
Damn, what the heck?
Jesus.
I need to tilt this up, man. It's too much.
Doing great, Jad.
There's just like a little bit of a space. That was stressful. Alright, now we gotta close these blinds.
Jad, you went to get
No, because
My eyes aren't green anymore.
they're gonna wanna go up to class.
Does he not see the question before?
No.
What if he needs time to think?
You are not allowed. You're supposed to think on this chair. Are you nervous?
No.
You don't. You totally aren't nervous. Alright.
It's just a habit of
Yeah.
being thinking.
Alright, this is Jad, take 1. Alright.
Do I need to be looking at the camera?
Yes.
Oh, it's gonna be
So
too.
I'll stand behind it
Okay.
and I'll try. This is not working.
Just
But
stand next
no,
to
because
it.
my shadow is there. You know, like I can't have a shadow there.
So look, sit here and just have me face you because in interviews you.
No,
For-
no, but the
Your
thing is
shadow
that
is-
You-
everyone else's angle is from here. And I need you to look at the camera.
Just
What?
Don't look directly into the camera. Just like look here.
Mm.
No.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's supposed to crouch.
Oh, yeah, good.
Alright.
So hold on, I'm gonna be looking right above the camera. Hmm?
A
Like
little bit
just a
above.
little bit above.
To make yourself not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
What is your name and how old are you?
So my name is Jad Khalaf and I'm 17.
What is so special about this year?
This year, first of all, this is common knowledge to everybody, but it's our last year. And so what I feel is really special is that we've been trying to make the most out of every single day, whether it's like, the smallest of classroom pranks, or it could be the biggest of events, like we just had a sports day yesterday. And we've been having all sorts of daily things, but with senior before it. So like senior breakfast, senior dinner, and then, okay, we don't have a prom every day, but like, it's just what I said beforehand, I'm just gonna reiterate, it's just, we've been taking school for granted a lot, and I've just realized that now because of how fun it actually is to come sit in a classroom, and the only things you'd ever have to worry about is just what you need to study for, as opposed to like maybe bills or rent, which I'm not looking forward to.
Alrighty. How many years have you attended ISC DIP?
14.
14?
This is my 14th.
Wait, so DIP's been open for 14?
Well, no, the Shuayfat system, 14. I went to Sufuh up until the middle of grade 5, actually. I came here in the middle of grade 5. So if you total it, it'll be 14. But since I came here, it's been 6.5 years, which is crazy, because I remember coming here like a few days ago.
What do you plan on majoring in?
So I plan to follow a career path that might lead me to be a physician or maybe someone in the medical industry because, yes, I actually don't have a because, unless she asks me.
What is your favorite memory in this school? And you can take your time.
Let's see. I can say that one of them are probably, sorry Miss Tanya, but stalling in your classes by talking to you about your life stories and all of that. But I actually enjoy it a lot. Not because it takes time out of the class, but it's always nice to talk about stuff with you, especially Miss. So if you're seeing this, and Let's think. See if we have another one. Best memory in school. Basketball did play a big part of my childhood and growing up in this school. Especially, which reminds me, oh my God, thank you for bringing that up. We had a tournament on a Saturday. We came to school and we were going, it's like a sort of Shueifat tournament where all the schools, the Shueifat schools in this country play each other. And so we all had to be in school at like 5 or 5:30 because we were going to Al Quwain, which is like on the other side of this planet. And so we got on the bus, we were ready, we had our clothes. And so we were just waiting for Mr. Connor, who was our coach at the time. And I think the whole basketball team that played with me at the time can see where this is building up to because, oh my God. And so we sat there for maybe half an hour waiting for Mr. Connor because he was the last one. So we're like, he'll come. Like, he always comes, but he's usually a bit later because at that time, like 5:30-ish, we probably thought he was sorting out his equipment or bringing the clothes because we need to wear jerseys and stuff. And so we sat there and we waited for like maybe half an hour and we realized, okay, there's something wrong. So we're like, I was the one that told the team, guys, have faith, he'll show up. He loves basketball and he loves coaching us, so he'll show up because he knows he knows the magnitude of importance of this situation. And so we waited and he just didn't show up. Fast forward, it's 7 a.m. and we're waiting in the bus. We're like, okay, you guys want to go to maybe his flat? Because at the time, I don't know where he is now, but he would stay at the accommodation right outside school. So we're like, guys, let's go see. Maybe he's there. So we went up to the security. Obviously, it's not very common or practical to have students walk in asking for a teacher in their own house. I think that's maybe a bit privacy invading, just a little bit. And so we asked the security guard, could you call up Mr. Connor? And we were like, oh my God, why are we doing this? He could probably be in school. So he called him and he picked up. And he slept through all of his alarms. And at that time, when he picked up the phone, was when we were supposed to be warming up in Al Quwain. And so, oh my God. And so what we did actually, to the build-up of finding out that he was actually still asleep, is we ran to the sports complex. We're like, is he there? Because we were waiting right at the main gate. So we're like, he's not there. So we ran back to the main gate. And then I came up with the idea of actually going to the accommodation, which actually might have saved us because we did end up going there. And the other teams were late too. So we were kind of lucky.
No way.
But honestly, I would say that's the best, like, S tier of memories I have.
Awesome. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
So, I've always asked myself this question too, where I see myself in 10 years. But now, if all goes well, I'd probably be just entering training or maybe looking for a job in the medical industry. But things don't always go according to plan, so there's always that one gap of like doubt or uncertainty, that small hole that could carve your entire path if it decides to interfere with your plans, unfortunately. But I'd like to believe that I'm going to hopefully have a position in the medical field.
Awesome. Who do you look up to and why? And if there's any story behind it, please do tell.
I mean, physically I don't. I actually have to look down on everybody, but that was so stupid of me. Who I do look up to is, now this is going to be very generic, but my parents and my late grandmother. Because first of all, now here comes they support me in whatever I do and they always cheer me on. That is one thing, but something I feel that they did that, not calling anyone out, but no one's parents could do better than mine, was raise me well and actually treat me actually teach me to treat others with respect, just the same way you treat others. And so, let me rephrase that actually, because you might have not understood that, but it's sort of, I was brought up with treat others the way you want to be treated, sort of. Mentality. And so, it's made the difference every time I've been with a group of people. And there have been a lot of cases where, objectively, I feel that the way, I interacted or sort of socialized, mingled, sort of always stood out from the others. And it's always because my dad is the most outgoing, outspoken guy, because, I don't know, every time we're at gatherings or my friends are at home or anything, he'd always, step in and he'd turn into one of us and he'd just start making jokes with us and we'd just laugh. It's just, I love you, Dad.
What are you going to miss most after you graduate?
I actually, wow, these are a lot of questions I've been thinking about lately. Well done. So what I'm going to miss most after I graduate is probably only coming home just to worry about what I have to study for, or coming home to mom's made food, instead of having to get home with whoever my roommate might be. I hope he turns out to be good, and I'll tell you guys soon. But yeah, that, and as well as not have, it's just what we worry about in school is so minute compared to what actually takes place after school. So yeah, I would just say that. And I'm gonna reiterate, I've really stopped taking things for granted. So I've really enjoyed every second of me coming home, sitting around like I pay the bills, even though I don't. Whatever, but yeah.
Nice. All right, what would you say to your younger self if he met you now? A lot of people get emotional during this question, so if you feel the need and you just need to, you can just answer when you're ready.
I would have told him never to have stopped playing sports at an advanced level. That's the one thing I always think about. Yeah.
What is one important lesson that you've learned in your time here?
I'm actually going to have to think really hard about this one.
Take your time.
It's probably, it's what I've learned with my time here is obviously going to be catered to how this school works. I don't know how life is going to be outside, but if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes worrying about it, because all the exams we do every day, and I haven't had a day without an exam in maybe 7, 8 years. So if there's one CA that you're not prepared for, just go in and you'll be fine.
All right. Do you want to say anything else, any closing remarks before we shut this interview off?
Yeah, sure.
If this is being played on our graduation, hi older Jad, and hi parents, hi mama, hi baba.
That's awesome. Alrighty, that's Jad. Do you want me